afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Happy fall. It's officially now the first day of fall, 2:21 this afternoon.
Here we go. All I want to do is be under a blanket eating hot dish now. That's where I am.
Hot dish. You can tell where you're from. Exactly. Maybe with a little pumpkin spice something.
Oh, perfect.
We'll get an update on the first day of fall forecast in just a little bit. But here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Almost double. That is how many COVID cases we're averaging compared to 2 weeks ago. DHS held a briefing today to discuss the statewide situation.
Plus, a necessary blockage or a hunt for a boogeyman. That's the divide in the state capitol today when it comes to critical race theory.
Plus, the migrant crisis at the border worsens. Congressional leaders met with White House officials today to discuss the situation. Let's take a look outside. We're going to have a good combination of weather, warm days and cool nights.
Perfect. I like that combination a whole bunch.
And it makes the colors, the fall colors, really pop. The weather words today, a cool start to fall. Dana Fulton is on the weather patio. Hi, Dana.
Hi. It is really nice outside. You guys nailed it. This perfect weather where we have comfortable afternoons, but it's still cool for us overnight. That does help with the transition for our leaves, making sure things are ready to go for harvest, and it's really just nice to wake up and have a crisp morning every once in a while. Here's our sunny sky over Madison, temperature-wise in the mid-60s with our dew points in the low 40s, so it does feel really great outside for us. All the shower chances well off to the east, not concerned about that impacting Wisconsin at all, really, for the evening and for tomorrow now. Temperature-wise, mid to low 60s throughout southern Wisconsin. Compared to this time yesterday, it is a bit of a temperature drop for us, but it does feel really nice again to pull back in our dew points also. As we look ahead to tonight, it is going to get a little chilly for Dane County and area south, but we look to the north of the Dells, there is a frost advisory in effect for early Thursday morning. Some patchy frost possible. This is Juneau and Adams counties on north for early Thursday. Tomorrow, high temperatures will be in the upper 60s, pretty similar to today with a partly sunny sky. Still breezy outside with wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Looking at our traffic conditions right now, thankfully no hiccups for our first day of fall. A few slowdown spots along the eastbound side of the Beltline, but no major delays for the interstate. In downtown Janesville looks pretty good for us this evening. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, a quick 18-minute drive this evening. Again, the forecast for us for the first 10 days of fall looks pretty nice, but we'll take a closer look at your full 10 day in just a few.
All right, very good. Thank you, Dana. First at 4, the Department of Health Services updated new COVID-19 case numbers for the state today.
DHS reported there were 2,723 new cases today, bringing our 7-day average to 2,857. And that's nearly double where we were just 2 weeks ago and 123% higher than a month ago. Almost 3.1 million people in Wisconsin are finished with their vaccine series, bringing the number of people fully vaccinated statewide to 53%. The slightly more concerning trend is confirmed cases among kids under 18 are growing, especially among 9 to 13-year-olds.
Kids live in families and families live in communities. When kids get sick from COVID-19, they can spread it to others like family members and friends and relatives who may not be vaccinated, even if the kids themselves don't have symptoms or don't become terribly sick.
They also mentioned that in rare cases, kids with COVID develop a very serious condition called multisystem inflammatory syndrome. The flu shot was brought up as another important tool in the fight against COVID. Well, we are starting a new segment called Eye on Education. It's our commitment to stay on top of what's happening in our schools.
Here is News 3 Now's Chris Stanford.
This week, we're reporting on COVID in the classroom and what schools are doing to keep infections down. Madison Metro schools reported an additional 63 cases in the last week. That puts their total this year at 162. That's out of 27,000 students. The district's goal is to keep students healthy and keep their buildings open. And part of that means quarantining students who've had close contact. 621 students have been quarantined over the past 2 weeks. The district says that number is a sign, though, that their protocols are working. Another new way to keep case numbers down are these white tents. These rapid testing kiosks are going up outside schools. So when a student has symptoms, they can get a nasal swab right here and find out if they have COVID in 15 minutes. There's a second test to confirm a negative test. That one takes 24 to 48 hours. 10 tents are already up. District officials tell me 14 will be up by the end of the week. So now they can test more students faster and keep them out of the classroom and return healthy students to the classroom sooner. The kiosks all run by an outside agency paid for by federal school relief dollars. And because they don't need school staff, it frees up school nurses who were administering the tests.
There are so many things that school nurses do in the beginning of the school year that now we can focus back on our regular job of taking care of students.
Now, the district insists that their contact tracing shows the transmission is not happening in the classroom and case numbers reflect what's happening in the community. MMSD is also in the process of hiring more nurses. 4 of those are going to focus on contact tracing. By the way, we have an excellent site up on channel3000.com, a page where you can check cases in your local school. I'm Chris Stanford. Back to you.
Chris, thank you. President Biden announced today that the U.S. is doubling its purchase of the Pfizer COVID vaccine shots to share with the world. The president held a virtual COVID summit at the White House. The U.S. is buying another 500 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine, bringing the total in the U.S. total to more than 1 billion doses. Currently, less than 45% of the world population has received at least 1 dose, and in some low-income countries, the rate is as low as 2 to 3%.
The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office has identified the victim of a deadly shooting at Penn Park. Police first responded to Penn Park shortly before 4 p.m. on Labor Day for a report of shots fired. When they arrived, they found a man had been shot several times. According to an incident report, the shooting appeared to be targeted. Police said the victim died on Sunday, nearly 2 weeks after he was shot. The medical examiner has identified him as 63-year-old David L. Neely. According to an autopsy, Neely died from his gunshot wounds.
Deer hunting season has already started for archers and crossbow users, so the DNR held a media briefing today to talk about chronic wasting disease and how it will affect hunters this season. It's been nearly 20 years since CWD was discovered in Wisconsin. The DNR announced there is free testing to anyone who wants a deer tested, and there are certain areas that they want more samples from, like central Wisconsin, south and the northeast counties of the state. Hunters can submit samples at self-serve kiosks, and there will be staff available to help in every county.
And every test result is equally important. Those tests that are coming back as not detected, and also those that come back as positive. So every test result that we get out there, it helps us better understand the distribution of CWD in the state.
The DNR is also using an app and an online portal for hunters to track the tests, making it easier for hunters to find CWD trends in certain regions.
The words critical race theory may not appear in the description, but a bill that moved forward today essentially would block Wisconsin schools from teaching it. The Assembly Committee on Education passed Bill 411 on party lines vote this morning. It prohibits race or sex stereotyping in instruction and training provided to employees of school boards and independent charter schools.
We can no longer ignore that there are students who are not homogenous, that look like and may think different thoughts in our classrooms. And students have the ability to express that.
I don't want school professionals to make decisions about teaching and learning. I want parents to be in charge of the teaching and learning that their students and their children go to. And so that's why I will be supporting this bill, because
Democrat Lakeisha Myers, whom you've heard from a moment ago, said, "We're in a new age of education where diversity and inclusion are key parts of what we need to teach." Republicans don't just have a bill to block teaching the concepts of critical race theory in K-12 schools. They're looking to do so in colleges and in universities as well.
A state committee didn't take any action on that today, but spent hours holding an informational hearing about the topic.
Tahalil Mohadin listened in and tells us more.
Today's hearing didn't last nearly as long as the one last month that went on for 7 hours, but there was plenty of back and forth between experts who spoke and lawmakers on both sides of the matter. The theory essentially puts forth the idea that structures like financial, medical, and housing institutions can have racist designs, and that racism is not just based on a person's own belief or actions. Critics of the theory argued teaching it, even at the university level, has trickle-down effects in K-12, because they fear those students then become teachers in Wisconsin schools. However, Democrats and university representatives pointed out today there's little evidence of critical race theory being taught in any schools in Wisconsin right now.
You see also in many programs at higher education and K-12 is this idea of principle of collective guilt, where if you share the same ancestry as someone who committed a historical crime or injustice, you should inherently feel a sense of guilt, shame, or responsibility.
It's a boogeyman. It's something that is not happening, and it is meant to try and scare folks. Anytime there's any mention of racial equity or being able to right the harms.
UW system representative speaking today said CRT is really only explored on the graduate level, mostly in courses related to the law. The real issue, they say, is about what and how students should be taught about race and racism, not one theory.
Talil, thank you. Roughly 8,000 Haitian migrants remain encamped in Del Rio, Texas. Some are being allowed to remain in the U.S. while they seek asylum. The Department of Homeland Security says some are being placed in ICE detention facilities or released into the U.S. with notices to appear at an immigration office. Others still face immediate deportation. Today, members of the Congressional Black Caucus met to discuss the border situation.
What we witnessed was worse than what we witnessed in slavery.
Many of the migrants fled Haiti for South America after the devastating 2010 earthquake. They began making their way north after jobs dried up due to the pandemic.
Fitchburg's mayor is running for state office after more than 10 years of working for the city. Aaron Richardson announced his candidacy for Wisconsin Treasurer on Wednesday. Richardson was elected as mayor in 2019 after serving 2 years on city council. He worked in the city's park commission for 9 years prior to that. Richardson is a lifelong and fifth-generation resident of Fitchburg. He has a degree in marketing and management from UW Green Bay and an MBA from UW Whitewater.
Well, it's official. Oak Creek Water Utility is the proud owner of a new title, Best Tasting Water in Wisconsin. Some quick stats about the water from the Oak Creek Water Utility. They average a pumpage of 7.5 million gallons of water a day, serving about 80,000 customers and providing water to Oak Creek, Franklin, and Caledonia. They get their water from Lake Michigan. Melissa Elliott from the American Water Works Association tells us how the judging today at Monona Terrace worked.
We smell it. If you've ever seen like a sommelier do this with wine, it's very similar. So different types of waters, depending on their source, can have different characteristics. So we're going to smell a little bit. You'll see our judges do that. Kind of sip it a little bit, let it roll around in your mouth, kind of get a sense for that.
Sounds challenging with water, doesn't it? Oak Creek will go on to compete for the best tasting water in America on June 12th in San Antonio, Texas.
That'll be the new party thing to do, yes. Water tasting.
Yes, develop your palate for water.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, we're headed down to Breeze Stevens Field.
The Big Brothers Big Sisters are having their gala tomorrow in person, and we're going to speak with the CEO about the big event when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Vitense Golfland now offers 2 indoor golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play over 100 championship golf courses with unmatched golf swing data and visualization. Or play other sports and games using real sports equipment. The Vitense Golfland simulator suites provides a fun indoor entertainment experience.
Updating your kitchen doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process. Just call Mad City Kitchens. Choose cabinet refacing, plus all new hardware, countertops, and a kitchen sink installed in as little as 2 days. And our customers can't get enough of the soft close doors and drawers.
We actually opted for an upgrade, and we have the soft closing doors and drawers, and I'm really excited about that.
After it gets so far, they'll shut down by themselves. The same thing with the drawers.
Call now during our Rake in the Fall savings sale. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on your cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 12 months and a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate, plus an extra $250 in Mad City cash for your next project. Call 608-298-5383.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentyx. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentyx. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and the lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur. Learn more at Cosentyx.com.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save. Get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Vitense Golfland now offers the new Top Tracer mobile system. Track your shots from grass and mat tee areas for free from your cell phone. Record your golf swing with stats provided. Play games like Capture the Flag. Have golf range entertainment fun with Top Tracer at Vitense Golfland.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court is poised to revisit the issue of abortion, and new polling data indicates most Americans want it to remain legal.
3% of the polls found less than a third of Americans favor overturning Roe versus Wade, the Supreme Court decision that protects abortion rights. The polls were released over the past week by the Marquette Law School, Monmouth University, and Quinnipiac University. The Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments on the Mississippi law, which would ban abortion after 15 weeks. It's a direct challenge to Roe v. Wade. A decision is expected next summer. Vaccination or termination? United Airlines gave its employees a choice last month. Now the company reports 97% have been vaccinated. They have until Monday to upload information about their first shot. A spokesperson says a few workers have asked for an exemption. Last month, United announced all 67,000 of its employees had to get vaccinated. No other major carrier has followed suit with its staff, although some did hint that additional guidance is expected.
Well, some families are still waiting for their September child tax credit payment from the Internal Revenue Service. They were expecting to receive the monthly installment by September 15th. The IRS says it distributed $15 billion in credits to about 35 million families last week. The agency is aware that some families have not yet received their money and is looking into it. Eligible families can get up to $300 for each child up to age 6 and $250 for each child between the ages of 6 and 17.
The Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County is holding the 2021 Dream Big Gala tomorrow night.
It's a big event for a very important cause, and it will be held in person this year.
Sandy Morales is the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County, and she is here with us now. Looks a little windy out there, but welcome.
Hi, Sandy. Good to see you.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
So this is a big deal to have this in person. What went into deciding to hold it in person for this big event?
Yeah, well, You know, we actually decided to have this event pretty early on in the spring. We knew with the vaccine coming out that would bring us opportunities to potentially have an in-person event. And the reality is we are an in-person mission. So it's really important for us to be able to advocate for mentoring, and it's a great way for us to recruit mentors back into our program.
Now, we should mention it's in person, but it is outside at Breese-Stevens Field. So it's not like you're going to be in an enclosed space, and you're going to have a lot of people there. Are you expecting like 500 guests, I read?
Yeah, we're actually expecting close to 600 people. And, you know, we're going to be using the whole space. And like you said, it's outside. So there'll be plenty of space for folks to spread out. We do have COVID precautions in place. So we'll have sanitizer, and people can wear masks. It is recommended that people wear masks, but we are outside. And actually, people can also attend virtually. So people can participate in our event, see our program, participate in the silent and live auction from their homes as well.
Well, and I know there is a lot of excitement to be back together again, but people will also hear a lot of personal, very inspiring stories. You know, how important is that aspect to this cause?
You know, again, we are an in-person mission, and you know, to be able to hear the stories of our bigs and littles that are coming together. You know, COVID has been such a affected our mission so much, and to see the bigs stepping up in such a major way is just so incredible to see.
What kind of a difference do you think being a big makes in a little's life? And if for people that are watching and that have always wanted to do something like this, how big of a commitment is it if you'd like to mentor a young person?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of research that shows that in order to really make a difference in a young person's life through mentoring, it takes about 1 to 2 years. So we ask our volunteers to commit to 1 to 2 years to be in our program, and they see their little brother or little sister, you know, 2 to 4 times a month. Obviously, that has changed a lot because of COVID, and a lot of our matches have been seeing each other virtually as well. But that's what it takes to build a relationship. You not only build a relationship with the little in our program, but with their family as well. And which also goes back to our theme for the event, which is building a vibrant community, because we believe that in order for our mission to fully develop, it requires the work of the community. And in our case, that's our bigs, our littles, and our parents, and everybody else that wraps around themselves around our mission and our match relationships.
Well, continued success. Have a wonderful gala. The weather looks great, so you're covered there.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Great to see you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much.
Well, we all know the dangers of spending too much time on social media, so what are Facebook and Instagram doing about it?
Well, not much, apparently, is the answer. When we come back, we'll show you the negative effects that social media can have on a person. That's when Live at 4 continues.
I don't feel like I'm walking into my grandma's kitchen anymore, so this looks like a newer house.
The workmanship was very good. They were very pleasant to work with.
They do a good job.
With more than 50,000 satisfied customers, Mad City's cabinet refacing experts can improve the look and feel of your kitchen. From doors and drawer fronts to kitchen islands and more in as little as 2 days. Plus now, it's our Rake in the Fall savings sale. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,000 on your cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 12 months and a $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate. Plus $250 in Mad City cash towards future home improvements. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy?
Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra?
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xiidra like I did.
I prefer you did it.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Get great offers from GM Financial and $1,750 cash allowance on Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Join Anytime Fitness for just $1 now through October 12th. Anytime Fitness gives you 24/7 support with expert coaching on all things fitness, nutrition, and everything in between. Now through October 12th, join for just $1. Visit anytimefitness.com today.
Well, take a look at this. An attempt at a good deed backfires in a big way.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Ooh, that looks very painful. We're going to watch the video again. One rider races up the hill, but then loses control, sending, wait for it, his ATV tumbling back down. And the rest of the group is waiting and watching at the bottom as that machine, there it comes, is rolling down, and incredibly it turns and heads right for them. He instinctively tries to stop it from smashing into his ATV, but gets clobbered. Well, thankfully, he's wearing a helmet and isn't seriously injured.
Yeah, he is incredibly lucky.
You hear about crashes like this all the time. You have to be careful.
Don't try to stop it. Just get out of the way. Wow. Luckily, that one had a happy ending. Thank goodness. Well, September 22nd, believe it or not, today is National Ice Cream Cone Day.
Ooh, here we go. I'm ready.
The first ice cream cone, for all you trivia buffs, was produced in 1896 by Italo Marchioni, who emigrated from Italy in the late 1800s. He invented his ice cream cone in New York City, and he was actually granted a patent for it in December of 1903.
Should we do the Oprah thing now? Bring out those cones!
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I have caramel and cookies and cream.
Hello there.
A scoop.
What flavors do you have?
Cookies and cream and caramel.
Oh,
I think the usual divide is between chocolate and vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, Susan, what would you like?
Caramel, please.
Caramel. One scoop or two?
One, please. Thank you.
Perfect.
I know you don't have a hat, but you do have the tip jar.
I do have the tip jar.
I don't.
Some friendly,
Don't I have any? I have a receipt for some hair products I bought.
Okay, good.
Put that in there for you.
I can get that reimbursed. That's fine.
Thank you very much.
Brady, cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, and
I have a fun fact.
Yes.
This where I went to school, South Dakota State University, its claim to fame, one of its claim to fames is it invented cookies and cream ice cream, because it's a big dairy place. That might be disputed a little bit, but if you look on its Wikipedia page, thank you.
See, when the weather is quiet and there's nothing going on, Dana has nothing but time on her hands.
Nothing but time.
Her new side hustle.
I can start a Fulton's ice cream cart. I think that could run out of the backyard patio. Maybe by next summer we'll work on that.
Yeah, well done.
Now that summer is done, because today, of course, the first day of fall.
Yeah.
Already.
I know, it seemed, why is it National Ice Cream Cone Day?
We were wondering why this wasn't in July. We'll figure that out later, guys. So enjoy some ice cream. Right after the break, we'll be back with some cooler weather and your full forecast.
With so many style and color options, a cabinet refacing project from Mad City Kitchens is fun, easy, and we install in as little as 2 days. Avoid a lengthy remodel, stay under budget, and transform your kitchen in style with updated cabinets, countertops, pull-out shelving, and soft-close doors and drawers. Mad City is A+ rated with the BBB, and the clock is ticking on our Rake in the Fall savings sale. Save $500 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. The last chance to call during this program to double your savings. Save $1,000 on your cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 12 months. And double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. And get $250 in Mad City cash towards your next home improvement project. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need. And we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant, or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So we hinted at it earlier. Today, of course, the first day of fall, autumn equinox, just about 2 hours ago officially for us. And every year, fall can bring some different changes of the weather. In fact, as we look back over the last 5 years, for 2020-2019, we were in the 70s. Today feels a little more like we were at about 2018 with temperatures in the mid-60s, and certainly not 2017 and where we saw highs in the low 90s. So as you can see, just in the last 5 years alone, this time of year can bring some cooler overnight lows. It can also bring some warmer weather, which is what we've had for the last few days. But the cooler overnights, that certainly helps us transition into fall with our colors. Also good for our pumpkin and gourd harvest. Temperature-wise right now in the mid-60s, dew points of the low 40s, so it does feel very seasonable outside, just a little bit below average, but quite comfortable if you just need a light jacket to throw on. Radar should stay quiet for us overnight and for Thursday. Overnight, with that clearing sky, temperatures dropping down to the low 40s for overnight lows. Areas north of Madison could see some patchy frosts as temperatures drop down into the 30s for early Thursday. Afternoon highs tomorrow will be in the upper 60s. We bumped up our temperatures a little bit looking ahead into the weekend and into the start of next week. For Friday morning, temperatures in the low 50s, and in the afternoon we have the chance for some showers to develop. Not seeing much of a thunderstorm threat there, just really some spotty showers. Notice it moves through pretty quickly. It doesn't look like this rain chance is going to last for long. A frost advisory in effect for areas north of the Dells tonight, Juneau and Adams counties, where we have the best chance to see some patchy frost early tomorrow morning. And our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day outlook, that dry trend still anchoring in and carrying us into the start of October. Tomorrow, high temperatures in the upper 60s, partly sunny skies, still breezy outside. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. There is a chance for showers developing for us late Friday, Saturday. We might see a few showers. Otherwise, dry weather extending into next week. Of course, today, the first day of fall. Unfortunately, my 10-day did not update, but that's fine. Thursday also is in fall. Right, guys? That worked. Okay, thanks.
Ice cream, you had things to do, so it's okay.
That's right. I could have updated the graphic, or I could practice my ice cream song.
Yes, thank you very much, by the way. That was a nice treat. All right, thank you, Dana. Well, Facebook is under fire yet again.
The Wall Street Journal reports the company knows just how toxic Instagram can be for young girls.
And even though they know that some features are harmful, they remain part of the social media's key makeup.
Sunland Surfity has the story.
Madeline Taylor has grown up on Instagram, first creating her account in the 6th grade.
I was in a very, sad, kind of, lonely place.
Her darkest moments of self-doubt over the last decade, she says, have all been triggered by what she sees on her feed.
I felt very, isolated in my friend groups, and that was just totally perpetuated by Instagram. I would see all my other friends going and doing these really fun excursions with their other friend groups, and I was wondering why I wasn't doing any of that.
Those harmful feelings are exactly what Instagram already knows. According to company documents obtained by the Wall Street Journal, Facebook, the parent company of Instagram, spent the last 3 years trying to understand just how toxic Instagram is to young people. That internal research is damning, saying that comparisons on Instagram can change how young women view and describe themselves. Their researchers wrote, teens blame Instagram for increases in the rate of anxiety and depression, finding that we make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teen girls. And among teens who reported suicidal thoughts, 13% of British users and 6% of American users traced their desire to kill themselves to Instagram.
I would say 99% of the time, the patients who I meet with are reporting looking at idealized images and feeling horribly about themselves and using those images as a basis of comparison that really results in feeling like a failure often.
In the wake of these internal findings, Facebook is pushing back, calling the reporting deliberate mischaracterizations and conferred egregiously false motives to Facebook's leadership and employees, adding that they believe the Wall Street Journal report cherry-picked selective quotes from individual pieces of leaked material in a way that presents complex and nuanced issues as if there is only ever one right answer. Instagram says it's looking at new ways to discourage users from focusing on their physical appearance and making it a positive space for all. But lawmakers on Capitol Hill say that is insufficient.
After this revelation, Mark Zuckerberg has to come back to Capitol Hill. He has to give answers.
And have demanded Facebook release their findings.
He has to explain why he knew about the dangers and yet continued his business practice.
In the past, Facebook has taken pains to downplay the negative impact on teens.
Mr. Zuckerberg, yes or no, do you agree too much time in front of screens, passively consuming content is harmful to children's mental health?
I don't think that the research is conclusive on that.
An assessment that lawmakers aren't buying.
We all knew that that was a hollow talking point back then when he said it. But obviously this internal research shows that he knew, or at least he should have known, that it was the exact opposite.
It's a big story. We'll continue to follow.
Well, coming up next on Live at 4, a love letter to some old rocks, also known as, the Rocky Mountains.
And then next hour at 5, longtime Wisconsin athletic director Barry Alvarez will be honored at the Badger game. At the next home game, we'll tell you what you can do to get free tickets at 5.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save. Get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, and over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, get a $25 Panera gift card when you test rest a Tempur-Pedic mattress in any of our stores. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash with any Queen Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase. Queen mattresses start at just $22.99. With free delivery and Steinhoffels 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Tonight at 5, the newest tool to tackle coronavirus in Madison schools and COVID cases in children have doubled in the last month in Wisconsin, but how many are actually hospitalized? We have those numbers.
Fall arrived this afternoon and right on schedule. Cool weather moves in tonight with a chance of frost for some areas north of Madison. A look at our forecast as we head toward the weekend at 5.
Tonight at 6, we take you inside the auction, selling one of Rock County's largest pieces of property, what it can mean for new jobs.
In this era of climate change, the great mountains and forests of the American West are now conjuring images of huge wildfires and crippling droughts.
But that should never overshadow the sublime beauty and grandeur that has lured people west well before the founding of our country.
CBS senior environmental correspondent Ben Tracy went to the Rocky Mountains of Colorado to contemplate what's at stake as our planet warms and what we can still have.
There is a reason the Rocky Mountains are so often described as majestic, their jagged peaks forming cathedrals in the sky, deferring only to the sun and clouds above. John Muir, the father of our national park system, once said, "Going to the mountains is like going home."
Of course, this was home to the native people, and they're the ones that gave these mountains their name, because from across the prairie, they said these looked like distinctive rocks.
The Rocky Mountains stretch for more than 3,000 miles through 6 states. Its spine so tough, it divides a continent, sending rivers flowing to oceans in 2 directions. Unprecedented wildfires fueled by climate change are ravaging the Rockies. Scientists say the forests here are burning more than at any point in the past 2,000 years. 3 of the largest recorded wildfires in Colorado's history all took place in 2020, charring hundreds of thousands of acres.
The summers here are now hotter than they used to be. In the winter, there's less snow. It's making everything here a whole lot drier. And that's making the fires more destructive.
In a new study, scientists say if the fires here continue at this pace, every forest in this region could be burned by the end of this century. Of course, the Rockies were formed by adversity, raised by the shifting earth and carved by glaciers. They have stood for tens of millions of years.
John Muir liked to think of the mountains as home, which is why he also said, "The mountains are calling, and I must go."
But if he were alive today, he might be surprised by what he finds when he gets here.
Ben Tracy in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado.
And we'll be right back.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection serves all of Dane County and the surrounding communities. And with our new location in Monroe, we also proudly serve all of Greene County.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Your eyes, beautiful on the outside. But if you have diabetes, there can be some not so pretty stuff going on the inside. It's true. If you have diabetes, you know high blood sugar is the root of the problem. But that excess sugar can cause the blood vessels to be seriously damaged. And when that happens, this could happen: vision loss or even blindness. That's right, diabetic retinopathy is a leading cause of blindness for adults in the U.S. But even though you can't see it, there is something you can do about it. Remember this: now is the time to get your eyes checked. Eye care is an incredibly important part of your long-term diabetes management. See a path forward with actions and treatments that may help your eyes and protect against vision loss. Just say to yourself, "Now I see." Then go see an eye care specialist. Visit nowic.com to get the facts about diabetes, your eyes, and what you can do next to take control of your sight. Brought to you by Regeneron.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Pick up this month's Madison Magazine and look up at the stars. Step inside the historic Washburn Observatory. Meet locals capturing the beauty of the night sky. And learn the basics for successful stargazing. Madison Magazine on newsstands now. Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning top industry honors for outstanding journalism and design, including the coveted prize for general excellence in the 36th Annual National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection is here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for all your residential and commercial plumbing services.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Right now, those delays eastbound, still seeing those along the Beltline. The accident that was close to Monona Drive is now cleared, so everything's opening. You can see starting to pick up there, but those delays stretch all the way past John Nolan and 151. As far as Janesville and Rock County right now, though, all looks fairly smooth for this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Thank you, Dana. Well, you could say farmers are essential workers. After all,
that's for sure.
You gotta eat.
For Sauk City area farmer Nathan Brickle, what he does is far from a chore. It's fun and it's his life. But when life threw him a curveball, he proved to everyone that he's not done having fun yet.
Charlotte Deleste has the story.
To love. Just like you love your wife or spouse or whatever. There's mornings where it's nice to see the sunrise and I get to see the sunset or see falling stars on a clear night.
It's a love story farmers understand.
Multiple generations. I'm probably 5th or 6th generation already. Got a passion for it, or I wouldn't do it.
A passion that's shared.
I am a farmer's wife in this case, and that's very different. That's the support, and that is helping make sure that their passion and their dreams are a reality.
But sometimes reality can be a bit jarring.
But I just gotta push a button.
It was October 30th, 2019. Nathan Brickle's feet got wrapped up in a manure hose while dragged through a culvert. He got stuck in that culvert up to his waist for 45 minutes.
My left one got into the culvert. My right one got bent around my back so high my work shoe was 4 inches above the shoulder. And I made a fairly good-sized tractor bog down, and he couldn't go no more. That's how much pressure I had on my lower half of my from the waist down.
I at least knew that he was alive. And that was, you know, kind of one of those like deep breath moments. But you know, it's that phone call that you're never gonna forget.
Doctors amputated his leg above the knee.
I made the choice of either I can sit there and sulk or forward. I chose going forward.
And he's doing so with a team that includes Brigitte, his wife, his family, the farming community, and the lady who helped get him back on his feet.
And she goes, what do you want to accomplish again? I said, I want to get back on the farm. I love to hunt and fish, and I want to walk my daughter down the aisle if it gets that far. She says, game on. She's waiting for a phone call from me that I broke my leg because I'm living in it.
And living he's doing, and that includes farming.
I am a cash crop, which I grow corn, soybeans usually, and alfalfa, and I raise cattle.
The Brickles had about $20,000 in modifications done at the farm.
With my tractors, they make extra steps in the hand railing. Put all of them on my tractor so it's easier for me to get up and in. The skid steer that I had was foot controlled with the brew on their buckets and everything. Now it's all up here.
And forget ladders, the feed bin now has stairs. That was his and his dad's idea. And a step was added to the bunk.
You can have several different modes and then you can personalize it.
His prosthetic even has a microprocessor in it that connects to a phone or a computer with different settings so his leg and foot are at the right angle for whatever he may be doing.
This one reads his movement. If he's carrying a pail of feed and or water and it's weighted down a little bit more,
that adjusts.
It adjusts slowly just to make sure that he has a easier time walking. He can feel it kind of, you know, you want to call it like a downshift. Yeah.
He also has another prosthetic that he uses to go swimming or fishing. Again, doing something he loves.
It's been an adventure.
Yeah, it's been ups and downs and continue on. I think I've proven a lot of people wrong because they weren't probably expecting me to get back to farming. But guess what? See you later. I'm back.
Yes, you are, Nathan. How inspiring is that?
Farmers are so resilient. Yeah. They just want to get back out and do what they love to do.
Incredible. We'll be right back.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $4,262 on select models.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hard-working families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
Tonight at 5, the newest tool to tackle coronavirus in Madison schools and COVID cases in children have doubled in the last month in Wisconsin. But how many are actually hospitalized? We have those numbers. News 3 now, WISC-TV, winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence.
We're excited about receiving this prestigious award.
Thank you for making News 3 now, WISC-TV.
Your first choice for excellence.
It
is the first day of fall, and it sure does feel quite nice outside. Currently, we have partly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid-60s with dew points in the low 40s, and a pretty quiet picture on our high-resolution radar now. As we look ahead to our overnight hours, temperatures in Madison dropping to the low 40s, but areas north of Dane County under frost advisory, really well north of the Dells, even Juneau and Adams County under this. So patchy frost possible north of Madison, but that frost advisory extends to Black River Falls and even further north. Temperatures low 40s for overnight lows, but tomorrow afternoon we'll be back to sunny skies and highs in the upper 60s. A pretty seasonable stretch expected for us for the start of fall. We'll be right back.
Has your home's roof seen better days? Does it have some storm damage? If it's time for a replacement, don't settle for less than the best roof and the best deal. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team has earned GAF's exclusive Master Elite status, achieved by only 3% of the contractors in the U.S. That's your assurance that you're dealing with a dependable, professional contractor, and we take very good care of our customers.
The whole process was amazingly simple and easy. My wife, which is important to keep happy, my wife was happy with the whole process. It was very easy, seamless, and it was just a no-brainer to, have it all done.
And your new GAF roof will have a 50-year warranty. It's the last roof you'll ever buy. Order now and save. Get free installation labor, free financing for a year, and get a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced melanoma, which is a kind of skin cancer where Keytruda may be used when your melanoma has spread or cannot be removed by surgery.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
In today's Final Touch, Conor McGregor threw out the ceremonial first pitch at the Cubs game last night.
And as you can see here, the man doesn't throw a baseball as well as he throws a punch. Conor's form wasn't exactly perfect. He's leaning a little far back and tries the sidearm throw. Big mistake. The point of throwing the first pitch is to get it in the catcher's glove. However, Conor almost hit a cameraman, instead finding the brick backstop 50 Cent, Gary Delabate, Baba Booey, and Mark Mallory, no relation, might owe him a thank you card for taking over the title of wildest ceremonial first pitch in baseball history. McGregor was in town to honor Chicago area students as part of the Making a Difference on and off the field program. I think he did better than I would have done.
It's memorable, that's for sure. That'll do it for us today at 4, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.